Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm going to give some tips on natural hair care. I get many requests on this subject, so I will just jump right in. Pretty much the first thing that I suggest is washing the hair as less as possible. Too many people overwash their hair. They're washing it every single day. And that is the number one thing that I find that damages the hair the most. Dries it out, makes it brittle, just everything. So the less that you can wash your hair, the better. For myself, here in Bali, I wash my hair maybe once a week. Sometimes I can even go as far as 10 days. But while I was living in Montreal, or I lived in Chicago for a while, in a big city, I found I had to wash my hair at least twice a week. So it depends. It depends on the air quality where you live. That I just find that if you're more around fresh air, you're going to need to wash it less, whereas if you're in a city, you're probably going to have to wash it more. But try and keep that to the minimum, whatever you can do. For myself, my biggest trick with that is that I rinse my hair every single day. And I also like to give it a good brush when it's dry. Always brush the hair only when it's dry. And I just find with brushing the hair a lot, that really just helps to sort of massage your scalp, get rid of dead skin. And at the same time, by just rinsing it, you just sort of move the oils in the hair, so it's not just building up on top. And I find that just makes me feel fresher as well, and I can go longer without washing it, which just makes a huge difference. So that's the first tip. Second tip would be to try and minimize the hair products. I used to be a product junkie, okay? I used to buy everything, put everything in my hair, because my hair can be quite unmanageable. And I found that a lot of these products not only would make my hair really dirty within 2 days, but would also dry it out, because a lot of them are alcohol-based and just filled with all sorts of stuff that would just cause more damage than good. And so I found for myself, weaning myself off of it, first of all, I just noticed that at first it might feel kind of weird that you're not putting in your hair gel or whatever it is, but then over time your hair kind of gets used to it, and it does get more manageable without it. And what I use as a replacement is using either coconut oil, almond oil, or argan oil, which is also known as Moroccan oil. I find those are great styling things you can use pretty much, and they're totally natural. And so I use it when my hair's wet, and just on the ends, not anywhere near the scalp, because it'll make it really oily. And not only is it just great to make the hair more manageable, but it also conditions it. So it's 2-in-1, and it's 100% natural, it smells good, and it's all good. So that's something to try out, because I know that a lot of people actually notice a huge difference. Another thing that I suggest too is, if you can, get a filter on your shower to get rid of the chlorine. Chlorinated water strips the hair. It really just dries it out, and it's just not good for you. You're taking a hot shower and you're just sort of inhaling chlorinated fumes and vapor pretty much. So you can get a cheap water filter at any hardware store that can take out the chlorine, or at least most of it. So I do suggest that, and you'll notice a difference too in your skin, your hair, your nails, everything. It'll be much more softer. Another suggestion as well is with styling tools, hair dryers and irons, things like that. Use that to the minimum. I really suggest trying to I know a lot of people can't live without it, and if that's the case, at least try and sort of minimize the time that you're using it and allow your hair to actually air dry. So if instead of taking a shower and blow drying your hair immediately after, give it a half an hour and just let your hair air dry as most as possible, and then use the hair dryer or the iron, whatever. But it's sort of the less you use that stuff, you'll notice a difference as well. What else? Diet and nutrition, that can help a lot as well too. So first thing I suggest is making sure you're getting enough healthy fats in your diet. I notice a lot of times people that go onto a really low-fat diet, a lot of times they complain that their hair is brittle, that it's drying out, their skin is dry, their nails are weakening, things like that. And healthy fats really build up these things. So the main thing is that if you notice that your hair is getting really dry, try including more healthy fats. And when I say healthy fats, I mean having nuts and seeds, or having avocado, coconut, having eggs, having salmon, things like that, things that have essential fatty acids, omega-3s, vitamin E, and other just good fats. So that can make a big difference as well. I know some people take good, like high quality fish oil supplement or krill oil supplement, and they notice a big difference in their hair quality. So that's something too to consider trying. Also, minerals. Having a mineral-rich diet, which means including more vegetables into the diet. And an important part of that would be having a lot of greens and a lot of green vegetables. So my suggestion is either get into including a salad every day, or having a green juice or a green smoothie. However you can get more greens into your diet, the better. That will really actually build up the hair and just make it stronger and grow better, everything. So big difference. I know I've seen so many people when they change their diet and they get more into like whole foods and off like the sugar and the refined stuff, they really notice a difference in the quality of their hair and in their skin, everything. So something definitely to try out. And for those that, because I did get a question too regarding swimming and swimming pools and even the ocean as well, to give some suggestions as to what to do, because I know there's people out there that love to swim and they're in the swimming pool and they know that chlorine's not necessarily like the best thing and it dries out their hair, and what can they do? So the first suggestion I have is, if you're swimming in a swimming pool, to make sure you're wearing a bathing cap, which obviously I think most people do, right? Even for the men out there, do wear a bathing cap because it does protect your hair a little bit. And always make sure that your hair is wet before you put the bathing cap on. And I suggest actually putting conditioner on through your hair before you put the bathing cap on. And some people actually use like a baby powder too. They find that can sometimes help protect their hair. You can try that out. And immediately after swimming, make sure to rinse your hair, and if you can, like a few times a week, just leave conditioner in your hair, like overnight. Or like for myself, I always leave conditioner in my hair, like always, you know. It's just and especially because I swim in the ocean like almost every day, that I just find being under the sun and being in the salt water itself also really dries out my hair. That I use conditioner, I put coconut oil in my hair, all sorts of stuff, just to sort of seal it. And especially if you know that conditions you're going to be in are drying it out, might as well protect it. So that can really help as well. And as for products that I recommend, that's a big question. I'm asked this all the time. What shampoos, what conditioners do I recommend? And as you guys know, I'm more into like sort of keeping the toxic load to like the minimum. And we know that most hair care, skin care, body care products on the market, especially mainstream products, are filled with toxic ingredients. And nowadays, which is great, is that there's more and more products that are available without all that toxic stuff. So, but I do find, out of everything, the hair care products to be the most difficult for me, because there's something in a lot of these natural products, that an ingredient that I'm allergic to, that gives me really like red, irritated scalp, very itchy, everything. So I've tried a lot of things, and and a lot of times with really bad results, or it just doesn't work very well. So I'm still on the lookout for something that I can recommend that's really like has no toxicity. But I'm finding that kind of hard. If anyone has anything to recommend, I'd love to hear it. I do. There is a website that I do recommend checking out, which is the Environmental Working Group website, and it's great because they have a database of like thousands of brands and products that they rate like on a scale of like 0 to 10, 0 being like the least toxic to 10 being like the worst. And it's great because, let's say you want to try a new product, before you go and buy it, you just plug in the name, see what the toxic load is. And also I have to say too, is that I'm really pleased to see that a lot of products nowadays are paraben free. So for myself, like, I have a hard time with the natural products that there's something I'm allergic to, that at least like I do make the effort to try and find things that are paraben free, or that also don't have sodium lauryl sulfite in them, and you know, just low on the toxicity. and that makes a difference. And I find for myself what has worked is I like the Alba Botanica products. Those for me are good. Also Moroccan oil products I really, really like as well. So that's something I can recommend and suggest. But yeah, and everywhere, all over the world, people have different products available to them. So what I can get is very different than what someone else can get. So do share, you guys, like what works for you and what doesn't. So yeah, so that's it. Those are my suggestions, my tips. And what I do want to just let you guys know that February 20th, next Monday, we're doing a 7-day raw food challenge if you want to join us. It's a great cleanse. It's just 1 week. You just do healthy raw foods for a week. It's a nice way to just sort of take a break from the junk and just have a healthy week and sort of press that reset button of getting back on track, of taking care of yourself. It's a good time. It's winter time. It's a good time to hibernate and just eat well. So if you want to join us, great recipes. There's an online forum, so there's group support. Get to meet people from all over the world that are doing the challenge with you. I'm on the forum every day answering questions, and every day there's 20 to 40 minute video sort of walking you through the raw food diet and all sorts of different topics as well. So it's a lot of fun, and people are more successful when they do it as a group. So it's great. So do join us. Go to my website at radiantcentral.com and click on products, and you'll find 7-day raw food challenge. So have a fabulous day, everyone. Bye.